Far Cry Primal was released in 2016, and it's unique to the series in the sense that it's set over 12,000 years ago, where there are no guns, grenades or vehicles, just clubs, spears, and bows and arrows. We play as a caveman called Takkar and start out going on a hunt with our fellow tribesmen. We get our first achievement extremely early on in the opening of the game when we become the sole survivor of an attack by a saber-toothed tiger. After going through your bog standard video game tutorial, we meet a lady called Sailor and we start a village together. How lovely. For the moment, there are two tribes, the Wenja and the Udam. We're part of the Wenja, and the tribe is really scattered, so our goal is to sort of reunite them. We start a little settlement, and it basically becomes the home base of the game. You can rescue people to add to the population, and upgrade huts, which gives you rewards and unlocks missions. One of the first things I did was go and meet some guy who teaches us to tame beasts, which is a nice feature. I tamed a wolf, and he's actually pretty effective in combat. For the next little while, I just kind of explored the map and lit a few bonfires, which are just the equivalent of radio towers in Far Cry 3. I also rescued a bunch of lost Wenja people, eventually getting the village to a population of 20. And I was also able to upgrade 2 huts in the village. One thing that's interesting about this game is that being set in 10,000 BC, English doesn't exist, so everybody speaks a made-up language that the linguists at Ubisoft invented themselves. That's actually pretty impressive. The first real bit of combat comes when a bunch of guys from the Udam tribe come and attack us. We have to repel the attack, and I honestly wasn't sure what to expect with the combat, only having spears, clubs, and bows and arrows, but it's actually pretty satisfying. You can hold down the attack button for a heavy attack, and you can still get headshots and stuff. You can also light your weapons on fire, either by using items in your inventory or just holding them up against an already lit fire. We hold off the attack, sadly losing many Wenja in the process, but it's alright, because I got an achievement. Once that's done, 3 more people called specialists appear on the map. They each have their own area of expertise. For example, one is hunting, one is crafting, and the other is combat. I first went to rescue the hunting lady, and on my way I tamed this lion, which turned out to be a rare beast. Anyhow, to get the hunting lady back to our village, we have to track a bear for a little while, and then kill it. Each specialist you get earns an achievement when they arrive at the village. The crafting guy only has 1 arm, and he's a little wacky, but after stealing some rocks and unlocking the grapple hook, I got him too. The final specialist we unlock is called Karush, and his mission was definitely the most fun. We kill a bunch of Udam soldiers and then burn their bodies. Just a great time. After that, I decided to complete a couple more main quests, while also claiming some Udam outposts and just unlocking more of the map, so exploration would be easier later on. On the way, I happened to discover the 15th hidden location, which is an achievement. While capturing an outpost, I also got the achievement for eliminating 50 hostiles using a tamed beast. It's at this point in the game that we drink some eyeballs. Tasty. Anyway, we get introduced to a third tribe. They call themselves the Azila, and they have a really bad habit of burning Wenja tribesmen alive. I head over there to rescue some of our guys and burn the place to the ground. This was actually the first time I died in this playthrough, and it's because of this one heavy enemy who was just so fucking strong. I broke multiple spears trying to kill him, he just wouldn't die. I hate it when game developers include stuff like that. Hitting the same guy over and over again isn't fun, it never has been. Anyhow, I did succeed on the second try, earning an achievement. On my way out, I bumped into this lady who I think is the leader of the tribe. She actually wanted me to become part of the tribe, but I just told her to bugger off and went home. To unlock the next set of main quests, you have to upgrade a bunch of huts in the village, which is really annoying because doing so requires a lot of animal skins, which requires a lot of hunting, which results in a lot of suicidal thoughts. Nonetheless, I pulled through because it was better than studying for an English literature exam. One of the missions I did was very mean. I climbed to the top of a mountain and just stole a bunch of feathers from eagles. Greta Thunberg was very upset with me. Regardless, it happens to be the 12th specialist mission I completed, which is an achievement. I also killed a mammoth, which was very time consuming as they take forever to kill. You set them on fire 5 times and they just give you the finger like it's nothing. I also met up with Urki, a great ancestor of the Herc we all know and love from other entries in the series. The next quest I completed was quite interesting. I went up to the snowy mountains and actually got to ride a mammoth, which was great fun. Also, I believe I mentioned before that you can light your weapons on fire, and when you hit people with them, they get set on fire. I got an achievement for killing 50 people via this method. During the next mission, I ended up getting captured by a bunch of Udam soldiers, and they threw me in a prison cell. Luckily, they left me with a grapple hook in the cell, just to play with I guess, and I used it to escape. Not only does escaping captivity earn you an achievement, but I also got one for killing 100 enemies with a club. When I got back to the home base, I realized I actually have a bunch of unused resources, so I upgraded my club, spear, and bow quite a lot, so I'll be able to deal a lot more damage. My next passion project was taking over this ridiculously hard outpost. It took me like half an hour, and my tamed beast died many times, which gave me the opportunity to get the achievement for healing a tamed beast 25 times. Right after that, I unlocked a skill which would allow me to tame even higher level beasts, and I went out looking for a saber-toothed tiger. This guy was an absolute game changer, not only because he's extremely powerful, but because he's the fastest animal in the game, and you can ride him, so I'll have to spend way less time walking around. For the next main quest, I have to steal the Azila Mask of Karate, some artifact that they apparently find really important. There's someone behind me, isn't there? Okay. Luckily, I escaped with the help of my trusty Sabertooth and the achievement pops. Right afterwards, I encountered a brown bear and tamed him, unlocking the achievement for taming 7 beasts. Now, there are 2 fortresses in the game, one for the Udam and one for the Azila tribe. I decided to go and take out the Udam fort. It was actually a lot easier than I thought it would be. You can use the owl to scout the base beforehand, which can be quite helpful, and of course your tame beasts can be a big help. Just before I went in, I crafted a bunch of arrows which gave me the achievement for crafting 100 items. There's a little boss battle of sorts with the commander of the fort called Da, but when you beat him, you don't kill him. You actually take him back to the village and he can teach you how to make a poison his tribe uses. I was gonna go and do some more Urki quests, but then instead decided that I might as well take the Azila Fortress too. On the way, I snagged an achievement for killing 25 enemies while riding a beast. The Azila Fortress goes pretty much exactly how the Udam fort did. I killed everybody there and then had a little boss fight with the leader before capturing him and taking him into the custody of the Wenja tribe. Here the achievement for capturing all fortresses popped. Alright, it's now time to invade the Udam homeland, putting an end to their tribe for good. I headed over there with a couple of achievements in mind, particularly the one for killing 15 enemies with throwing shards and another for killing 25 with takedowns. I just tried to kill people like that as often as I could, and it wasn't long before I got the 2 achievements. Eventually, I went into a cave for a boss battle with the leader of the tribe, Ul. Now, Ul himself is very easy to defeat, especially because there are icicles on the roof of the cave that you can shoot down when he's standing underneath them. The difficulty comes from the fact that there is an endless number of grunts you have to worry about at the same time. It was annoying, but after about 10 minutes, I got him. And now, it's time to kill the leader of the Azila tribe, Batari. I wasn't planning on it so soon, but I changed my mind and went for it. It was quite a lengthy process. First, I climbed aboard a mammoth in order to smash through the gates to enter the Azila homeland. After that, we have to go around for about 30 minutes freeing a bunch of captured Wenja from the various locations so they can help us with our fight. After doing so, we meet outside another gate and push over a huge rock, smashing our way through. Eventually, we walk through to the boss room and face Batari herself. Her boss fight is honestly really frustrating. You start by using fire arrows to destroy your cover, and then she sends out a bunch of grunts and heavy troops to fight you. Then you get her health about a third of the way down before she sends some more troops out for you to fight. Then you shoot her a little more, throw some more spears, throw some more sting bombs, all of which is very repetitive and time consuming, and then to reward you, she sends out even more troops. Are you guys starting to see a pattern here? Because I am, and it's fucking annoying. It's only at the very end that she comes down and you can actually fight her properly, but by that point she's on such low health it doesn't last very long at all. Once you deplete her health bar fully, there's a pretty brutal cutscene where you, in no uncertain terms, burn her alive. Quite an aptly named title, I see. Upon our glorious return, the Wenja tribe rejoices and an achievement pops. Honestly, I found that ending pretty underwhelming. The boss fight sucked, and then the final cutscene just didn't do it for me. I would have much preferred some epic siege where the whole tribe gets together for a final assault on the Azila tribe. We even spend half an hour freeing Wenja prisoners supposedly so they can help us with the attack, but then they disappear 10 seconds after just pushing over a big rock. It would have been so much cooler if the 100 or so Wenja that we've recruited throughout the game showed up and we all fought together. There's literally a mechanic in the game that measures the population of your village, and when you free captured soldiers, you add to your population. Please would someone enlighten me as to what was the point of that if you utilize it for absolutely nothing? I mean, at the start of the game, our entire tribe is attacked by another tribe, so why not return the favor? I just feel it's a missed opportunity for a grand ending to a largely enjoyable story. That notwithstanding, it's time to get the remaining 24 base game achievements. The plan is to work towards liberating all 15 outposts while going for as many miscellaneous achievements as possible. Before starting on the outposts, I decided to go and tame the blood-fanged Sabertooth. Oh good, a cave to explore. I love exploring caves. If I'm not mistaken, this is actually the same Sabertooth from like the very start of the game. There's actually a bug with this achievement as well. Sometimes the Sabertooth can die before you can tame it, but looks like that hasn't happened to me, so that's good. Oh good, now you're tameable. I'm gonna tame you now. Yay, I got an achievement. I'm so happy. I then did the exact same thing for the Great Scar Bear and the Snowblood Wolf. And afterwards, I decided that it would be fun to get the 2 achievements for killing a target with an arrow from 70 feet away and with a spear from 50 feet away. I'm gonna be able to do it? Not even close. There we go. Oh, 70 feet away. Using an arrow. Not 50. Fair enough. Got it. Ow, he really flung him. And now with the spear. Oh, I got him. Hell yeah. And on the way to an outpost, this happened. Oh. 100 enemies using spears. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm pretty confident this is the 10th outpost in the game. Oh good, he called new enemies. Screw you, hippie. There we go. Captured 10 outposts. Nice. On my travels, I ventured into this cave and stumbled upon a Far Cry Blood Dragon reference, which was an achievement. What a nice little Easter egg. Now, I feel really bad about this, but I have to kill one of my own beasts and skin it for an achievement. It's terrible. Come here, buddy. I'm sorry about this. I'll spawn you back in. I promise. I'm sorry. Okay, now I skin it. There we go. After that, I found all of the collectibles I needed to, before completing various numbers of these 3 quest types. The quests themselves were actually pretty enjoyable, but there were definitely too many of them, a common problem with Ubisoft games, and what really annoyed me was the fact that you have to walk somewhere to talk to a quest giver, then walk to a rock where you start the quest, then walk all the way to your objective. Why? Why can't I just go straight to the objective, or even straight from the quest giver? After completing those quests, I went to go and unlock the final beast-related achievement. I had to hunt and kill the blood tusk mammoth. Following that, I continued on the grind, taking out the final outposts, collecting some stuff to finish off the HUD upgrades, and getting enough XP to unlock all skills. During this, I unlocked 6 achievements for killing various amounts of enemies via different means. And I got the achievements for liberating all outposts, upgrading all huts, and unlocking all skills. And for the final achievement in the base game, I need to jump off a cliff. Unsure why, but let's get it over with. Now, if I'm not mistaken, it's that peak just up there. Alright, here it is. Damn. Map is pretty cool. Moment of truth. There we go. Now, the last 5 achievements, other than the one for obtaining all other achievements, are for beating the game on Survivor mode, with the second chance option being activated, and beating the game on Survivor mode with expert difficulty and the permadeath option activated. So what I had to do first was play through the game on Survivor mode. I played on hard difficulty with the second chance option activated. After that, I had to play again on Survivor mode, but this time on expert difficulty with permadeath mode activated. This was really fucking annoying, and I have no idea what possessed the Ubisoft developers to add these achievements as DLC. I'm not going to spend much time talking about these achievements because, truth be told, I'd just like to move on to the next Far Cry game. But I will say that I would not have been able to do this, or at least not nearly as quickly, without the help of some absolutely fantastic guides on Steam. They were a massive help and made it way easier. At least on the permadeath mode, you can save and quit if you're about to die. That did save my ass a couple times. Also, scouting ahead with the Eagle is a huge help. Anyway, here are all of those achievements. Overall, I think Far Cry Primal is an awesome game, and I never want to see it again. If you enjoyed this video, go and check out the video I made on Horizon Zero Dawn.